A desert boy from Africa called Joseph comes to a small school in Ireland. It's his first day in school. The teacher introduces him to the rest of his class, and he sits at an empty desk. And as the day progresses, he remembers moments of his schooling back home in Africa, carefree and colorful. Two of the boys in his new class in Ireland begin to tease and pick on him. But Joseph remains stoic. He ignores them at first. He's even defended by one of the girls in his class. As lunchtime approaches, one of the lads tells Joseph to watch out. Young Joseph is clearly an easy target, right? After all, he's a proper outsider, a real magnet for the class bullies. Unsurprisingly, the bullies confront Joseph during lunch hour and throw some milk on his face. Joseph is about 8 or 9 years old, but still Joseph does not react, and the bullies end up bullying him a little more, at which point the teacher intervenes, along with a girl from his class who is still bent on helping Joseph. Oddly, the situation resolves itself through a series of funny instances. And all the kids, Joseph and the bullies, end up becoming great friends. How does this happen? I'll give you a small hint. You know, when kids find a common enemy like strict teachers, they end up banding together and they have a knack of fighting it out. The story that I just narrated is a short story called New Boy, which is about 11 minutes long, and it was nominated for an Oscar in 2009. It's a story that I guarantee will move you to tears and still leave you smiling at the end of it. To me, while this story did carry, some instances of bullying, it's also about how the ice gets broken and friends are made. On this podcast channel, What's New Today, we talk about current events. And every month we choose a topical issue that concerns children. And in this month's series, we talk about bullying. And most importantly, in this podcast series, we hear about bullying from the children themselves. Hi, this is Sangeeta, your host from India. And on this podcast channel, What's New Today, I chat with children from across the globe in every episode. In today's episode, I'm joined by a child from the United Kingdom and an educator from India.
I'm Mildred Lobo and I'm the principal of Sangha's S.M.Shetty International School and Junior College. We are a Cambridge and an IB school located in Powai, Mumbai, India.
Wonderful. Welcome to this podcast channel, What's New Today. It's a real pleasure to have somebody with an administrative and an educator experience to help throw some light on a very sensitive topic. I'd love to have your reaction on a few specific instances of bullying.
Hi, I'm an 8-year-old about to turn 9. I live in the United Kingdom.
So how long have you been living there?
For almost 2 years.
How was your experience when you started going to school?
Not many people played with me at that time.
Then how did you make friends?
At that time, I was shy when I was new, and then I just started playing with them. 2 people bullied me about my shoes. That was boyish and all that. And that they would never wear it.
Did you even know there was such a thing called a girl's shoe when you went to the shop?
No.
So you walked into a store and you just looked for shoes of your size.
Yeah.
So why did you like that shoe, the boy's shoe?
It gave me some space in my legs.
Does your school expect you to wear shoes of a certain color?
No, you can wear anything, but it has to be a dark color. You have to either wear white or black or something dark. You can't wear like pink or...
So what did you do when they said that?
I was new and I was still shy. I didn't say anything. I just said, I like it.
Wow, that was brave of you. Very well done. Then did you talk to anybody about it? Your parents or your teacher?
To my parents, I told them that they bullied me and what they did. I was sad, so I wanted to change my shoes.
You know, when I look at it, children all want to fit in. What happened in school would normally happen in school sometimes. What I think the child could have done maybe is spoken to the teacher about it. But again, since it was a new school, maybe she was not very comfortable speaking about it. What we would have done is spoken to the entire class, not specifically targeting the shoe or the child or taking any names, but speaking in general about how each one has their own choices and how that makes it so different. So even if you look at our children's bags, the bags will have a little some ribbon tied to it, or there would be something a little different that shows the uniqueness of each child. Now, the child very specifically said that she was comfortable with this shoe. So here I think the parents could also speak to the child of talking about, fitting in, but not at the cost of your happiness or not at the cost of your own comfort, and kind of build the self-esteem in that child. So she's comfortable even saying why she chose this particular kind of shoe because the other was hurting her.
I kept on wearing that shoe in this year.
So, but what happened when you continued wearing that shoe?
They stopped saying anything. They thought that she's going to wear the shoe anyway.
Anyway, there's no point in telling her anything.
Yeah.
So that was an easy way for you to deal with the bully. So do you think you are happy that you did not change your shoe?
Yes, I'm happy that I didn't change my shoes. Because after that, they stopped bullying me.
But in case you had bought a new pair of girly shoes, even then they would have stopped bullying you, right?
Yeah, but they might have found something else to bully.
Such a brilliant point. Absolutely. Do you think a bully will always find something or the other to bully someone? It is not about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah? So maybe then they would have bullied you about the ribbons you have on your hair, or maybe the color of your glasses or something, right?
Yeah.
A couple of children making fun of a child's shoes. That is perhaps not the most poignant example of bullying that comes to your mind, right? But think about this. A 7-year-old who's moved to a new country, doesn't know a soul. People speak the language in a strange accent. And then the kids around her laugh at her. And the solution may have seemed so simple. Change your shoes. But she didn't. Bullying and the need for fitting in with your peers is often the leading cause for children picking up many habits that may not be healthy as they grow up. If, like this 7-year-old, a child can resist the temptation and stand firm on what the child thinks is right or comfortable in this case, the odds are in favor of such children being strong enough to make the right choices even in the face of peer pressure. In the next part of this series, we'll come back to you with more such stories from other children. This second part will be released on Friday. New episodes on What's New Today are released every Monday and Friday. And do click that follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to be alerted the moment the next episode is released. And thanks for listening.